Major start in the Copa America for Peru, that's right, opening up with a 0-0 draw. The same can be said for Canada, who took on Argentina, but that was expected. What's going to go on when these two sides meet? We're going to get into it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another match preview. Looking forward to Peru taking on Canada over in Copa America. That's right. We'll get into it in a minute. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe button. Your one-stop shop for Copa America is right here under one Ruski. Of course, Canada, of course, trying to get themselves in the spotlight in global football right now, but they're doing it the hard way, of course. But can they bounce back in this match up against Peru? We'll get into it, all of it, in a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. And again, smash 50 likes if possible. They cost you absolutely nothing. Do wonders for the video and do wonders for the channel. So let's get into it and have a look at the game then, shall we? Of course, coming at you very, very soon. That's right. We'll talk about that. When does it come? I'll tell you. It's actually happening on Tuesday, the 25th of June. Peru, of course, been here 33 times in the past. They did win it way back in 1939 and also 1975. That's right. Jorge Fossati, the manager. Renato Tapia is the star man. Of course, Group A is where we're talking about. Of course, the odds for Peru to win the group are 10-1 at the start of the tournament. To qualify out of this 2-1, and to win the whole thing 50-1. Now, how have those odds fluctuated since that draw? They've actually pretty much stayed the same for Peru, 50-1 at the moment. Prediction for me is a group stage exit. Of course, currently Peru are ranked 32 around the world in FIFA. That's right. This is their resume. 0-0 draw so far against Chile in what was a bit of a damp squib of a match. Meanwhile, they of course taking on Canada now, June 25th, before taking on Argentina. This is it now for Peru. They realistically, they ain't going to get anything against Argentina. They need to beat Canada. That's the humongous significance of this game is monumental. Everybody, Chile, Canada, and of course Peru, are expected to lose against Argentina. Canada gave them a good crack of the whip there, and at least held them to a goalless affair up until half time. So. And I think Peru and Chile, that was the game you couldn't lose. If you did lose, then you're really on the back foot. So they need to beat Canada here. If they don't get anything more than a win, well, they need the win. Then they're going out. They are going out. They're straight up and down, just as that. They come into this though in second spot. We'll talk more about it in a minute, of course. Anyway, let's get into it. This is, of course, the key person now. Galice at the back, Andalucia there, Pina, Cartanga, Castillo, Polo, Guerrero as well. And very, very familiar names for these Peruvian national 11. Let's take a look then at my Peruvian starting 11. We've got Galice, Abram, Santa Maria, Cosso, Lopez, Quispe, Castillo, Pena, Andaluchar, Guerrero, Carillo. There we go. My pronunciation is just on the money. How about the Canadians, eh? Let's take a look at them. Of course, they've been here just the first time. This is the first time, I believe. Never made it out of the group, so this is, of course, their first attempt. Jesse Marsh, the manager, with Alfonso Davis, the star man. Group A, as of course, where we're talking about 12-1 to win the group, 5-2 to qualify, and 66-1 to win it. They have currently drifted to 80-1 right now after that defeat to Argentina. My expectation is a group stage exit, but I want to be surprised, Canada. I really do. They're currently ranked 49th in the world, according to FIFA. This is just great preparation for Canada and the World Cup. I know I think they got the Gold Cup next year, but this is a good dress rehearsal for the World Cup and more tournament experience for the Canadians. Let's take a look then at their resume. Yet to get a goal, of course, but who else? Besides Argentina have scored? Nobody. No one's scored in this group thus far. They did open up with a respectable 2-0 defeat to Argentina. I think if you turn the clock back to the start of the tournament, which of course was only a couple of days ago, you would have taken that. I think a 2-0, it's saving face. You weren't embarrassed. You weren't humbled. You did a good account of yourselves, and it just moves on from here now. Big game against Peru. Pick up a win there, and then maybe a draw against Chile. You can get yourselves potentially in that conversation to qualify as a second place team. Top two qualifier, remember, no third place playoff, no fourth. If you finish in outside the top two, you're going home. Let's take a look then at the Canadians that are, of course, responsible for this. Of course, the likes of Crepeau, Cornelius, Alfonso Davis, Kone, Osario, Hoylett, Larin, Fiobert, could be a rover, you just don't know, Jonathan David, Liam Miller, of course, some names that we are familiar with European football, or let alone EFL football. So this is my 11, though, for this match moving forward. We've got Crepeau between the six, Davis, Cornelius, Miller, Johnston, Esquargo, Kone, Buchanan, Miller, David, and Larin up top was the likes of Hoylett and co on the bench to cause some surprises afterwards. Let's take a look then at the match itself, coming at you at Children's Mercy Park on the 25th of June. It's Peru with Fossati at the dugout against Canada, Jesse Marsh in the dugout. They've played each other just one time since 2010, and Peru came out on top with a victory. We'll talk about that in a minute. Of course, unbeaten in the last 6 matches are Peru. Of course, 75% form for them right now, drawing 3 and winning 3. As for the Canadians, just 1 win in 5, 42% form for them as well. 3 matches without a win is grim time. They did play each other way back in September 2010. Peru came out top with a massive 2-0 win in a friendly in that match, of course. So take a look then at the bookies have Peru at 21-10, and they have Canada at 5-4. With the draw at 23-10. It looks favourable for Canada, according to the bookies on this one. Maybe they won a few fans over there. As for the public vote, also going with Canada here with a 67% swing of the vote. There is still early in the poll on that one. Peru at 24%, and the draw is at 9%. Oh, wow. So what about me? What's my take on this one? Of course, Peru picked up a decent point against Chile. The Canadians had a good account themselves against Argentina. I think this is monumental for both teams here. Both sides need a win, and that could actually lead us to a bit of a drab game, of course, because the reliance on points in this is huge for progress for both these two nations. But I'm going to back the Maple Leafs here. I'm going to go with Canada with a surprise 1-0 win. It might not be pretty, it might not be effective, but they'll stream home a winner, get themselves in the conversation for the last 2, and of course bring more spotlight to that massive game against Chile. But business first here. Take care of business against Peru. And I think again, just trying to get some points, get some goals, get some confidence heading into a big 2026 in a couple of years' time is going to do wonders for Canada. And of course, I'm expecting Jesse Marsh to be there in 2026 for Canada, and of course give them a platform to build on. And experiences like this are monumental as well. Maple Leafs taking it away, 1-0 win. Peru will be eliminated with that. Until then, though, subscribe, smash the like, 50 likes if you can. Your non-stop shop for Copa America is right here under one roof. We'll be back with match number 3 with these nations and beyond. But until then, we're done.